And we're live. You guys, what's up? I am here to deliver a word. And we're going live. This is Guard Dog. Cute little guard dog. He's going to hang out with us while we do this word. But yeah, doing this word live because the webcam on my computer completely disappeared. I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. I've gone live before. It's fine. And today is July 19th. It is 9:11 in the morning. And your girl is here to motivate you, encourage you, inspire you with a word titled, "You are strong and capable." You are. No matter how icky and yucky things look sometimes, we do have like this reserve of power in us that can be tapped into so long as we call out to God. I am particularly making this word today because I like to be real with y'all and let you know, like, when I'm experiencing something, like, this is my way of combating any negativity or any warfare in my life. So I have to go live because I've been making so much progress. My software just like stopped having a camera. I think it's warfare, or like for a fact it's warfare. So we're gonna go through verses that talk about how we can overcome like things that are out of our control by staying resilient up here, and that is what is most important. Because what does the enemy attack first? The mind. Yes, it is a battlefield. It is a battlefield. But I really be digging this verse, 14, John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Hold on. This is my like really nice Bible, and I almost never use it because it's so nice, and it was a gift. And I just feel like it's so nice. I don't want to like get it dirty or anything. I also don't know this Bible as well as other Bibles. I always write the Bible verses down wrong because of my dyslexia. It's so funny. John. I feel like I know where John is. All right, that's cool. We're gonna look it up. I am just pleased I'm not giving up. I'm just pleased I'm not giving up. I'm doing a word. I refuse to give in. And it feels really good to continue to fight. And that's what this video is about. We're going to continue to fight, even when we feel doggone tired, even when we feel doggone discouraged, and it feels like the whole world is coming against us. We have nothing to fear because God has already conquered the world. But Satan likes to make things dramatic, make it seem worse than it really is, and get us to freak out mentally. Because he knows that if he can control this, then the body will follow, and then that creates actions. So if we have control up here, he cannot convince us to partake in actions or make decisions that are not of God's will. So mental resilience is part of life, and we get to grow and develop that resilience through every tribulation. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, nor let them be afraid. So basically, there can be events in our lives that look worse than it really is. And that's just the enemy's tactic and scheme to discourage us, create fear, create anxiety, create apprehension, create any lack of confidence. That's what the devil, like, it's his whole agenda. But God gives us this peace, and he gives it to us. He just gives it to us. We can ask and pray for a peace that surpasses all understanding, and he will answer us. We are not alone in this life, no matter how much we feel like it at times. And I really like this. It's really nice. I've been reading it all morning, actually. It's been really, really helpful. I woke up in a terrible mood. I feel like I don't do mornings that well. I don't know. My foot is also really hurting, and I'm going through a hard time. So mornings are harder when I'm having a harder time in life. But this morning was particularly hard. I'm working on making big decisions, so it's not just a regular day. And I have an audition, but it's fine. Everything's fine. That's the truth. Everything is fine. I think we just have to, like, I don't know. It can be really hard to trust God with our whole mind, body, and soul. Because our flesh wants to cling on and not let go. But I think I'd be really surprised if I just really let myself let go of things I know I need to let go of, and just watch how God performs so swiftly and miraculously. You know? It's a cool life. We get this life. I know it's hard sometimes, but it's hard for a reason. It's not like it's not for nothing. It's like there is purpose to the pain, despite how it looks and seems sometimes. We really have nothing to fear because God has already come and saved the world and conquered the world. So if we ever have a moment of where it's like a freak out moment, it's because we're letting the devil convince us that we are not abiding in the shadow of the Almighty. But you is all the time, baby boo. Beautiful, gentle man, sweet, gorgeous gal. We are always abiding in the shadow of the Almighty. So long as you call God into your heart and ask him to be a part of your life. He's with us. We're never alone. That's why, like Joshua 1:9, thank you, Holy Spirit. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. I love that verse. I love it so much. I love courage. I think it's so awesome. I think it's the coolest thing in life. It really is. It really, courage is like the sickest thing I've ever heard of. Like, I don't know. I've always valued courage ever since I was like a little baby girl. As long as I can remember. I always like to volunteer or like be the first to do something. Like, I kind of dig bravery. I think it's a good look. I think it's a good feel. I think it's a good vibe. I think it's a great way to live your life. It's like being brave is like the sickest thing I've ever heard of. And it's very rewarding because it's like you aren't just brave in and of yourself. You're brave because God gave you like that extra gift. And then it's so cool to see how God like answers us when we are brave enough and step out into the world and do something that he's been asking us to do or something, for example. It's like so cool to see how he works and rewards us for our faith. And that is the other thing. God will always reward us for our faith and loyalty and listening. So we're never alone, as I was saying, and this is why Joshua 1:9 is, be strong and courageous. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. See, I am circling dismayed because I this morning I was feeling very dismayed. I'm so starving. I woke up at like 4 and I haven't eaten anything yet, so I'm definitely gonna eat something very soon. I feel like I'm so hungry. I'll eat right after this. But I wanted to get a word out for the morning so you guys feel good about going throughout your day, and you can catch this while you're at work, while you're catching a meal, whatever it is. But like, this is my priority. You guys are my priority. My life is devoted to God. This needs to happen and get done today. It's alive because my webcam just disappeared. My camera just disappeared, but I still have a video. I obviously still have the camera lens on the laptop. Do not be afraid nor dismayed, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I I want us to really take that in. He's literally with us wherever we go. He hears every single thought, and he knows every single pain and ache in our body. He knows how many hairs are on our heads. He knew what you were going to look like and sound like as a 20-year-old when you were just barely a little bit of a fertilized egg in your mama's womb. He knows everything. We can't hide. We cannot run. He is Alpha, Omega, and Almighty. And I will worship Jehovah forever and forever. Amen. Like, this is my life now, and I'm committed. And there's no other better way to live life than committing it to God, because everything else will bear fruit so long as I'm in union with him. And that's what I encourage everybody to, highlight that perspective, that as long as you're in union with him, you will bear the fruit of good fruit. What is that verse about a tree that bears good fruit? We just did a video on it the other day. Remain in union with me, bear good fruit. Bible verse. But yeah, I hope everyone's morning is going great. It's Friday. I really hope I'm going to have a next good couple of days or something. Or I really hope that I have a good weekend, because I need it. So it's John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. The one who remains in me, and I in him, bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Wow. That's humbling. I don't know. I kind of just got this funny, what if God was like, talk to the hand, Becky. If you're not in union with me, talk to the hand. No, I'm just kidding. But it's funny. It's funny. It's just kind of funny. Apart from me, you can do nothing. I don't know why I think it's kind of funny how cutthroat Jesus is, but it's dope. It's so intense. He's like, listen, you're either with me or you're not, and I will spit you out if you're lukewarm. It's like, brah, he's like the OG. Don't mess with God. He is the OG of our time. It's so exciting to think about how he's literally been here when there was faceless waters and pitch black and nothing. And then he was like, you know what? Yeah, I love my children so much. I'm going to bring them into this world, and they'll never even actually understand how much I love them in the way that I could ever that is something that I continue to think about, is we actually cannot comprehend how much he loves us. But that's why he came, sacrificed his life, so we could have this opportunity to live a righteous life and glorify him. So he didn't die for nothing. I want to live this life so I can commend his bravery, commend his courage. I want to glorify him as a way to say thank you for dying for me and creating this life where you washed away my sins, and I get to live this righteous life with you and glorify you and be happy and feel the beautiful fruits of the Spirit. He didn't just die so that we could totally not glorify him. Let's show him that we are his children who are thankful that we get this opportunity, that he died for us, washed away our sins, and then we get this shot at life. There's so much yummy food, there's so much good music, there's really funny people in this world, there's so many cool hobbies that you can get interested in. God gave us this life, and he gave us an abundant life. I know there's flack that we run into out there, but he's already overcome this entire world. So I just think it's the coolest thing to devote your life to God, because then everything else comes into alignment. It's crazy awesome. Sometimes I joke with God, and and it's a joke, but I'm joking with him, and I'll be because he'll do things that flabbergasted me. I'm like, how did you put that right in front of me at that exact moment? You knew what I was thinking, and you love me so much. But I was joking once, and I was like, God, you're like a crackhead. Like, and it's totally a joke, but it's like, you're like, I was like, God, you're like a psychopath. How do you, it's like, it's totally a joke. He's not any of those things, but it's like, how do you, like, because if a human were to be like that good at knowing what we were thinking and comforting us in the moment, I'd be like, are you like a psychopath? I'd be like, how do you know all this? Like, but it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke with God that I have. I'm like, you're like, I was like, you amaze me, and you blow me out of the water all the time with how you work and continue to show me that you love me so much. So I just kind of have that joke with him where I'm like, God, you're nuts. Like, how are you doing this? Like that kind of. Oh, it's a good time. It's cool to develop a relationship with God because he. Have you guys noticed he has like wicked, awesome sense of humor? Have you noticed how funny God is? It's so awesome. He's so funny. I can't remember. There's been a couple of things that only I had thought about, and like there's certain things I know in your life that like only you would know about, and like you kind of had like a thought about it or something like that, for example, and then he like puts it right in front of you and lets you know that you're not alone and that he heard you and that you're covered. You know, like for God to be the creator of life and the main judgment of this world, for him to create all of life and then to continue to be judgment on earth and of everything, but then also have grace and mercy and patience and coolness, just general coolness to be funny. Like he's amazing. He's amazing. He's Alpha, Omega, Almighty, and I will worship Jehovah forever and forever. Amen. So you're strong and you're capable, okay? That is the message. And he loves you so much. He loves all of us so much. I wanted to just like pop on here right quick, give a couple of Bible verses, and let you know that you're certainly capable of anything that you put your mind to. Because anything you do, if you ask God to help you, you can do all things through Christ, and he will strengthen you. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that literally amazing? So don't hold back. Don't be timid. Don't hold back. That's not the spirit God gave us. 2 Timothy 1:7, for God gave us a spirit, not of fear. Not of fear. We're not meant to be like, excuse me, yeah, hi, my name's Joe, and I'm here for an appointment. If you have time, like not to, or like we're not meant to be like, hi, hello, like my name is, and it's, it's okay if you can't, like, I understand if you're like super busy, like, no, cut that out. We're not meant to be timid at all. We're not meant to be like nervous. We're not meant to be like apprehensive. That's all of the devil. What God gave us as his children, because he loves us so much, is for God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. So walk in your authority that he gives you. With your next meeting with your boss or your coworkers that kind of like throw in side comments that are a little like, backhanded, like you can be like showing them the spirit of love and self-control. You can let them know that, you don't appreciate their comments, and you can have self-control in the way that you communicate with other people about your boundaries and what you expect and how you expect to be treated. And that's the other thing. You have to, in this world, you have to like teach people how to treat you, which is something I've been learning about as I get older. So you can just use your spirit of self-control and like let people know in a disciplined way that this is how you expect to be treated, and you can do it with a spirit of love. And we we relinquish fear. We relinquish and let go of timidity and nervousness because it doesn't serve us. And that's not how God intended us for us to walk on this earth. He actually gives us the authority to walk over serpents and scorpions. Pretty baller, if you ask me. Again, I think Jesus is like a ballin' OG. He is. Jesus is the number one ballin' OG. Bro, he's got like pearls on the gates outside of his residence in heaven. Like, he's an OG. We need to respect it. And let's be happy about it too. That's so funny. Psalms 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? I love this verse. The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalms 27:1. And I did actually include all of the Bible verses in the description. So that's pretty much the big, you guys. Yeah. I love you all so much. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay chosen. Peace. How do I end this string? Peace.